We live in an age of information, yet our curiosity has a filter. We focus on the charismatic megafauna, the lions, the pandas, the whales. But in the shadows of the canopy, a silent massacre is taking place. There are wings that haven't been seen in a century. There are songs that are being sung by only one remaining individual in the wild. Why don't we talk about them? Because some are considered ugly. Others live in war zones where conservation is a luxury. And some are so rare that to speak their name is to invite the very poachers who would end them. Today, we go deep. We are counting down 30 birds that are slipping through the cracks of history. This is the end of an era for Class Aves. They are vanishing, not with a bang, but with silence. You've heard of the bald eagle, you've seen the flamingo, but what about the bird that smells like an antique shop, or the one whose feathers change color when it's stressed? This isn't just a countdown, it's a eulogy in 30 parts. Let's begin. 30. Shoebill, Baleniceps rex. Look into the eyes of a shoebill, and you aren't looking at a bird, you are looking at a dinosaur. Standing 5 feet tall with a beak that can crush a baby crocodile, they are the silent sentinels of African swamps. We don't discuss them because they are unsettling. Their patience is terrifying. They can stand still for hours, a literal statue of death. With habitat loss and the illegal pet trade, their numbers have plummeted below 5,000. 29. Kiwi, Apteryx, New Zealand's flagship. We don't talk about the kiwi as a wildlife tragedy because we've branded them. But beneath the cute logo is a bird that has evolved itself into a corner. They have whiskers like cats and a sense of smell that rivals a dog. They are mammals in everything but name. And in a world of invasive rats and stoats, they are completely defenseless. 28. Kakapo, Strigops habroptilus, the heaviest parrot on Earth. It is flightless, nocturnal, and smells like a musty antique shop. Why the silence? Because their survival is an international secret. Every bird is microchipped. Every nest is guarded by humans. They are on life support, a species that forgot how to be a bird in a world that never forgets how to hunt. 27. Philippine eagle, Pithecophaga jeffreyi, the monkey eater. It is the most powerful eagle on the planet, yet it is a king without a throne. It requires massive tracts of pristine forest to survive forests that are being logged at an industrial rate. We don't talk about them because their plight is a political nightmare involving land rights and insurgency. 26. Northern bald ibis, the punk rock bird. With a bald red head and a ruff of black feathers, they were once thought to be omens of death. They were wiped out in Europe 300 years ago. Now, a tiny colony in Morocco is all that remains. We don't talk about them because they aren't beautiful. And in conservation, beauty often dictates funding. 25. Forest owlet. Lost for over a century, this owl was unextincted in 1997. It lives in a few fragmented forests in central India. It hunts by day, defying everything we know about owls. It is a ghost that returned, yet we ignore it because its habitat is constantly under threat from development. 24. Imperial Amazon, Cicerou parrot, the pride of Dominica. This purple-chested parrot survived for millennia until climate change arrived. A single hurricane in 2017 nearly wiped out the entire wild population. We don't discuss them because they are a climate casualty, a reminder that a single storm can undo millions of years of evolution. 23. Spoon-billed sandpiper, a tiny bird with a beak like a spatula. It migrates from Russia to Southeast Asia. We don't talk about it because it is small. It's hard to build a movement around a bird that weighs less than a cell phone, yet its tidal flats are being paved over for factories. 22. Javan green magpie, the most beautiful bird you've never seen. It is a brilliant neon green until it dies or is stressed. Then it turns blue. They are being trapped into extinction for singing competitions. We don't discuss them because the songbird trade is an uncomfortable cultural conflict. 21. California condor. In 1987, there were only 27 left on Earth. Today there are hundreds, but they are all artificial. Every condor in the sky is tagged, monitored, and often treated for lead poisoning. We don't talk about them because they represent a failed wild, a species that can only exist if humans act as its permanent guardians. 20. Helmeted hornbill. Their casques, the helmet on their beak, is solid red ivory. It is carved into jewelry for the ultra-wealthy. This bird is being poached into silence, and the trade is so dangerous that journalists are warned not to investigate. 19. Orange-bellied parrot. One of only 3 migratory parrots. There are years where fewer than 50 return to their breeding grounds in Tasmania. They are the walking dead of the bird world. 18. Rimotara lorikeet. A bird so vibrant it looks painted. It only exists on a tiny speck of an island in the South Pacific. One accidental introduction of a black rat would mean the end of the species in a single weekend. 17. White-winged flufftail. The mystery of the marshes. They live in the high-altitude wetlands of Ethiopia and South Africa. They are so secretive that we still don't fully understand their migration patterns. We don't talk about them because we simply don't know enough to speak. 16. Strassman's bristlefront, one of the rarest birds on the planet. For years, there was only one known individual, left a female, in Brazil. Think about that. The entire weight of a species' history resting on a single pair of wings. 15. Giant ibis, the ghost of the Mekong. It lives in the dry forests of Cambodia. It survived the Khmer Rouge, millions of landmines, and decades of war, only to face its final end through illegal logging. 14. Red-crowned crane. A symbol of immortality in Asia, yet its reality is the opposite. Its wetlands are disappearing. It is a bird of legend that is running out of physical space to stand. 13. Madagascar pochard. Thought extinct for 15 years, it was found on a single remote lake in 2006. It is the rarest duck in the world. We don't talk about it because its rescue involves a level of inbreeding that makes its future terrifyingly uncertain. 12. Blue-eyed ground dove. A bird that looks like a sunset. Lost for 75 years, it was rediscovered in 2015 in a tiny patch of Brazilian Cerrado. It is a miracle, but miracles don't pay for park rangers. 11. New Caledonian owlet nightjar. This bird has not been seen alive since 1998. It is known from only 2 specimens. Is it extinct? Or is it just better at hiding than we are at looking? We don't talk about it because we don't know is a hard story to sell. 10. Pink-headed duck, the holy grail of India. It had a head the color of a rose petal. It hasn't been confirmed since the 1930s, but sightings persist in the deep swamps of Myanmar. It is a bird of myth now. 9. Eskimo curlew. Once millions strong, these birds migrated from the Arctic to Argentina. They were hunted for food until they simply stopped appearing. They haven't been seen since the 60s. We don't talk about them because we are the reason they are gone. 8. Slender-billed curlew. The Mediterranean's greatest mystery. It has vanished from its wintering grounds. Somewhere in the vastness of Siberia, the last one might be dying right now, and no one is there to record it. 7. Spix's macaw. The little blue macaw, extinct in the wild since 2000. While they are being bred in captivity to be reintroduced, the wild version, the one that knew how to survive, is gone. We replaced a wild animal with a copy. 6. Po'uli, a Hawaiian honey creeper. The last 3 were known to live on a single mountain. 1 died in captivity, and the other 2 were never seen again. It is the most recent, most documented extinction of our time. 5. Guam kingfisher. Extinct in the wild since 1986, because of the brown tree snake. They exist only in cages. They are ecological refugees waiting for a home that no longer exists. 4. Ivory-billed woodpecker, the Lord God bird, the ultimate controversy. The US government says it's gone. Birders say they have blurry videos of it in the swamps of Arkansas. We don't talk about it because it has become a matter of faith, not science. 3. Great auk, the penguin of the north. It was flightless, clumsy, and delicious. Sailors would herd them onto ships by the thousands. The last 2 were killed on a rocky island in 1844 while they were incubating an egg. We don't talk about them because it was a perfect execution. 2. Passenger pigeon, once the most numerous bird on the planet. Their flocks were so large they cooled the temperature of the air as they passed. We killed them for sport and fertilizer until the last one, Martha, died in a zoo in 1914. It is the greatest population collapse in the history of the world. And finally, to the top of the list, and the global symbol of Extinction 1, the dodo, Rufus cucullatus, the face of extinction. We call them stupid to justify what we did. They weren't stupid, they were innocent. They had no predators until we arrived with dogs, pigs, and hunger. The dodo is number 1 because it is the bird we talk about the most, yet understand the least. It wasn't a failure of evolution. It was a failure of us. These 30 species are more than just names on a list. They are unique solutions to the problem of staying alive, developed over millions of years. When they vanish, the world becomes quieter, simpler, and more lonely. We don't talk about them because the truth is heavy.